Daniel stood at the entrance of the grand hall feeling small and unsure. The lights above were bright and warm, reflecting off glass walls and polished floors. Soft music filled the air, mixing with low voices and quiet laughter. Daniel adjusted his jacket and took a slow breath, reminding himself why he was there. He had promised his friend he would stay at least 1 hour. Daniel was not used to places like this. His life was simple and quiet. He worked long hours during the day and spent his evenings cooking dinner and helping his daughter with schoolwork. Since his wife passed away years ago, his world had grown smaller. He did not attend events or meet new people. Tonight felt like a different world that did not belong to him. As he walked further inside, he noticed groups of people standing together, smiling and talking with ease. Everyone seemed confident and comfortable. Daniel felt like an outsider. He moved to the side of the room, hoping not to draw attention. He pulled out his phone and looked at a photo of his daughter. Her smile gave him strength and reminded him why he kept going every day. The gala continued around him, but Daniel felt distant from it all. He watched servers move between guests and music change softly in the background. He thought about leaving early, but something made him stay. He told himself that maybe being there was a small step forward. Even if nothing happened, he had tried. That was when he noticed a woman standing alone near the tall balcony doors. She was dressed neatly, but her shoulders were slightly lowered. While others laughed nearby, she remained quiet and distant. Her eyes were focused on the city lights outside. There was a sadness in her stillness that Daniel recognized from his own lonely nights. Daniel hesitated before moving closer. He was not the type to approach strangers. But something about the woman's silence felt familiar. He slowly walked toward her and stood nearby without speaking. The woman wiped her eyes quickly, as if she did not want anyone to notice. That small moment made Daniel's heart feel heavy. Without planning it, Daniel spoke. He asked her if she was feeling all right. His voice was gentle and calm. The woman looked surprised and then nodded slightly. She said she was fine, but her voice sounded tired. Daniel did not push her. He simply said that sometimes crowded rooms made loneliness feel stronger. The woman looked at him again, this time more closely. She seemed relieved, like someone had finally understood her. She introduced herself as Anna. Her smile was polite but soft. Daniel introduced himself and told her he felt out of place too. Anna let out a small laugh that felt honest and warm. They stood together quietly for a moment before beginning to talk. Daniel spoke about his daughter and how she was the center of his life. He explained how being a single father was not easy, but it gave his days meaning. Anna listened carefully, asking gentle questions and giving him her full attention. No one had listened to him like that in a long time. Anna shared a little about her own life. She said her work kept her busy and that success sometimes felt empty. She explained that nights like this reminded her how alone she truly felt. Daniel did not ask what she did for work. He felt it was not important. What mattered was the honesty in her voice. As the music continued, Daniel felt more relaxed. He forgot about the crowd and the bright lights. For the first time that night, he felt seen. Anna's posture changed too. She stood straighter and smiled more often. The sadness in her eyes slowly faded, replaced by calm and warmth. When an announcement echoed through the hall, Anna's expression changed. She looked uneasy and nervous. Daniel noticed and quietly told her that she was stronger than she believed. He said that even one real connection could change an entire night. His words came from the heart, shaped by years of loss and hope. Anna looked at him with a deep and thoughtful expression. Gratitude filled her eyes. She thanked him for speaking to her like a normal person. Daniel smiled and said that was all he knew how to do. To him, she was simply Anna, a woman who needed comfort. An assistant approached Anna and whispered something urgently. Anna took a step back and looked at Daniel again. There was something unspoken between them, something neither could explain. She thanked him once more and said she hoped they would meet again. Daniel nodded, not knowing how important that moment would soon become. As Anna walked away, Daniel watched her disappear into the crowd. He felt a strange sense of calm and curiosity. He had no idea who she really was or how powerful her world might be. All he knew was that a simple conversation had changed the night for both of them. The quiet beginning of a story that would soon change Daniel's life forever. Daniel left the gala later that night with a strange feeling in his chest. The cool air outside felt different from when he arrived. His mind kept returning to the quiet conversation on the balcony. He replayed Anna's voice and the calm in her eyes. He wondered why a short meeting could leave such a strong impression. The next morning, Daniel returned to his normal routine. He woke up early and prepared breakfast for his daughter Lily. She talked about school and her friends while he packed her bag. Daniel listened carefully, smiling as he always did. Life felt steady again, but something inside him had shifted. After dropping Lily at school, Daniel went to work. His job was simple but demanding. He worked hard because he had no other choice. Every bill and every responsibility rested on his shoulders. While he focused on his tasks, his thoughts drifted back to the gala. He wondered if he would ever see Anna again. Across the city, Anna sat in a quiet office with large windows. The room was modern and calm, but her expression was serious. She looked at reports on her desk without really seeing them. Her mind was elsewhere. The memory of the man from the gala stayed with her. His words echoed in her thoughts. Anna had spent years building her career. She was respected and powerful, but the higher she climbed, the lonelier she became. People spoke to her carefully, and often with hidden intentions. Daniel had been different. He spoke without fear or expectation. That honesty stayed with her. Later that day, Anna attended a meeting with her leadership team. Everyone listened closely to her words. Decisions were made quickly and efficiently. She handled everything with confidence. Yet even as she led the discussion, her thoughts returned to the quiet moment on the balcony. She wondered what Daniel's life was like beyond that night. That evening, Daniel picked Lily up from school and took her home. They cooked dinner together and laughed over small mistakes in the kitchen. Daniel felt grateful for moments like these. After Lily went to bed, he sat alone in the living room. The house was quiet. His thoughts once again drifted to Anna. Days passed, and life continued. Daniel focused on work and family. Anna focused on business and responsibilities. Yet both felt a quiet pull they could not explain. Neither spoke about it, but both carried the memory with them. One afternoon, Daniel received an unexpected call. The number was unfamiliar. He hesitated before answering. A calm voice greeted him and asked if he was Daniel. When he confirmed, the voice explained that someone wished to meet him regarding a professional opportunity. Daniel was confused and cautious. He asked for more details. The caller said the meeting was about a project connected to the charity event. Daniel agreed, thinking it was likely nothing serious. He was given a time and location for the next day. After the call ended, Daniel sat quietly, unsure of what to expect. He reminded himself not to get his hopes up. The next day, Daniel arrived at the address he had been given. The building was tall and modern. He felt nervous as he walked inside. The space felt similar to the gala, clean and polished. A receptionist greeted him and guided him to a meeting room. Moments later, the door opened, and Anna walked in. Daniel froze for a second. He had not expected to see her. Anna smiled warmly when she saw him. She greeted him by name and thanked him for coming. Daniel stood up, surprised and unsure of what to say. Anna explained that she had asked to meet him. She said she wanted to thank him properly for that night. She admitted that his words had stayed with her. Daniel listened quietly, still trying to understand why he was there. He told her he was glad to see her again. Anna then shared more about herself. She explained her role and responsibilities. Daniel was stunned as he realized who she truly was. He felt overwhelmed and suddenly small. Anna noticed his reaction and reassured him. She told him that titles did not matter to her in that moment. Anna explained that she was working on a new project focused on helping families and communities. She said she was looking for someone with real experience and honesty. She told Daniel that his words at the gala had shown her his character. She offered him a chance to be part of the project. Daniel struggled to process everything. He had never imagined such an opportunity. He thought about Lily and their simple life. He worried about stepping into a world he did not understand. Anna told him there was no pressure. She said she wanted him to take time and decide. As Daniel left the building, his mind raced. The meeting had changed everything. He felt fear and excitement at the same time. He knew that accepting could change his future. He also knew that walking away would keep his life safe and familiar. That night, Daniel watched Lily sleep and felt the weight of his decision. He wondered if this was a chance meant for him. Somewhere across the city, Anna looked out at the lights, thinking of the same man. Neither knew where this path would lead. But both felt that their lives were already beginning to change. Daniel spent the night thinking and did not sleep much. His mind kept moving between fear and hope. He thought about the meeting room and Anna's calm voice. He thought about the way she looked at him with trust. Most of all, he thought about Lily and her future. The next morning, Daniel prepared breakfast quietly. Lily noticed his silence and asked if something was wrong. Daniel smiled and said he was just thinking. He did not want to worry her. She hugged him before leaving for school, and that small moment gave him strength. At work, Daniel struggled to focus. His hands moved through tasks, but his thoughts stayed elsewhere. He wondered if accepting the offer would change who he was. He worried about leaving the comfort of routine. He also feared missing a chance that might never return. Across the city, Anna faced her own thoughts. She sat in her office reviewing plans, but her attention drifted often. She questioned whether involving Daniel was fair to him. She did not want him to feel pressured by her position. Yet she believed deeply that he belonged in the project. Anna remembered how easily Daniel had spoken to her that night. There was no fear in his voice. There was no desire to impress. That honesty was rare in her world. She wanted more people like him involved in decisions that mattered. That evening, Daniel received a message asking if he had reached a decision. He stared at his phone for a long time. His heart beat fast as he typed his response. He said he wanted to try. He said he was nervous but willing to learn. After sending the message, he felt both relieved and afraid. The following week, Daniel began his new role. The building felt intimidating at first. Everything was larger and more organized than anything he had known. People spoke confidently and moved quickly. Daniel felt out of place but reminded himself why he was there. Anna introduced him to the team. She spoke clearly about his role and experience. She treated him with respect and made sure others did the same. Daniel noticed how people listened to her carefully. He also noticed how she treated everyone equally. Daniel learned slowly. He asked many questions and made small mistakes. Some people doubted him. Others were curious about him. Anna encouraged him and reminded him that growth took time. Her support made the pressure easier to carry. As days turned into weeks, Daniel grew more confident. He shared ideas based on real-life experiences. He spoke about families and struggles he understood deeply. His words added something new to the discussions. Slowly, people began to listen. At home, Lily noticed changes too. Daniel came home tired but hopeful. He talked about learning new things and meeting new people. Lily listened with pride in her eyes. She told him she liked seeing him smile more. Her words reminded Daniel why he had chosen this path. Anna and Daniel spent more time working together. Their conversations stayed professional but warm. They shared thoughts during long meetings and quiet breaks. There was a comfort between them that felt natural. Neither rushed it or spoke about it directly. One evening, after a long day, Anna asked Daniel how he was truly feeling. Daniel hesitated before answering honestly. He said the change scared him. He said he feared failing. Anna listened carefully and told him fear meant he cared. She reminded him that he was not alone. Daniel thanked her for believing in him. He admitted that her support had given him courage. Anna smiled softly and said he had given her courage too. The moment felt calm and meaningful. Both felt something growing beneath the surface. Challenges continued to appear. Some decisions were difficult. Some days felt overwhelming. Daniel learned that progress was not always smooth. Anna faced pressure from many directions. Together, they supported the project and each other. One afternoon, a presentation went wrong. The room felt tense. Daniel felt responsible and doubted himself. After the meeting, he apologized to Anna. She stopped him gently and told him mistakes were part of growth. Her trust lifted his heavy thoughts. That night, Daniel walked home thinking about how much his life had changed. He realized he was no longer just surviving. He was building something meaningful. He felt proud of himself in a way he had not felt in years. Anna stood by her office window later that night. She reflected on the choices she had made. Bringing Daniel into her world had changed her perspective. She felt less alone and more connected. She wondered what the future might hold. Neither spoke about what lay ahead. Both felt it quietly. A bond built on respect and understanding continued to grow. They did not know where it would lead. But they knew their lives were no longer moving in separate directions. Time continued to move forward, and Daniel slowly became a steady part of the new world he had entered. Each day brought lessons and challenges, but also quiet moments of pride. He no longer felt like a visitor. He felt like someone who belonged. That feeling changed how he walked, how he spoke, and how he believed in himself. At home, Lily noticed the change clearly. Daniel laughed more often and listened with brighter eyes. He attended her school events with confidence and spoke about the future with hope. Lily felt safe and proud seeing her father grow. Their bond became even stronger. Anna also felt the changes in her life. The project grew successfully and reached many families. For the first time in years, her work felt deeply personal. Daniel's presence reminded her why she had started her journey in the first place. Purpose replaced emptiness. One evening, after a long day, Anna invited Daniel for a quiet walk outside the office building. The city lights glowed softly around them. They spoke slowly and honestly. Daniel shared how afraid he had been at the beginning. Anna shared how lonely success had made her feel. They stopped near a quiet street and stood in silence for a moment. There was no rush and no pressure. Daniel thanked Anna for giving him a chance when no one else had. Anna told him he had given her something just as important. She said he had reminded her how real connection felt. Daniel spoke about Lily and how much this change had meant for their life. Anna listened carefully and smiled warmly. She said she admired his strength and care as a father. The words stayed with Daniel and filled his heart with pride. Weeks later, a small gathering was held to celebrate the success of the project. This time, Daniel did not stand near the walls. He stood proudly beside his team. Anna watched him with quiet happiness. She remembered the lonely woman on the balcony and the man who had comforted her. When Anna spoke to the group, her voice was confident and calm. She spoke about teamwork and trust. She spoke about unexpected moments that change lives. Her eyes met Daniel's briefly, and both understood the meaning behind her words. After the gathering, Anna met Lily for the first time. Lily greeted her politely and asked curious questions. Anna spoke gently and laughed easily. Daniel watched the interaction with warmth. He saw how naturally they connected. Over time, Anna became a familiar presence in Daniel and Lily's life. She joined them for simple dinners and quiet weekends. There were no grand promises and no rushed steps. Everything grew slowly and naturally. Daniel realized that his life had transformed not because of power or opportunity alone. It had changed because someone had truly seen him. Anna realized the same truth. Success had meaning when shared with honesty and care. One evening, Daniel and Anna sat together watching Lily draw at the table. The room felt peaceful and full. Daniel spoke softly about the night of the gala. He said he had almost walked away without speaking. Anna smiled and said she had almost left before he arrived. They both understood how close they had been to missing each other. That simple moment had grown into something deep and lasting. Life had changed direction quietly and gently. Daniel felt grateful for the courage he had found that night. Anna felt grateful for the comfort she had received. Neither saw the other as a title or role. They saw each other as people who had walked through loneliness and found connection. As the night grew quiet, Daniel looked at Lily and then at Anna. He felt a sense of peace he had not known before. Anna felt the same calm settle within her. The future felt open and hopeful. Their lives continued forward, not perfect but full of meaning. A single moment of kindness had changed everything. And from that moment, a new story had begun.